nation, any society, any country that is the issue of education with levity will be doomed. Of course, people are saying that we have several universities in this country, but they are not enough compared to our population. We have a very strong youth. The youth sector of this country is very, very promising. And what we need to do for the youth, of course, is to provide them with education so that we have the necessary human capital to drive the process of building our country. It's through this kind of university that we'll be able to do so. So, Mr. Patrick, you've done the right thing by sticking to get this university established in Okigwe. And I do hope that the president will sign it so that this university will be established. More grace to your elbows. Thank you. The leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, the fourth order of the day is a motion standing in the name of Senator Nwoko Ned Nwoko on the restoration of Aniocha North 2 State Constituency, pursuant to Supreme Court judgment. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Nwoko Ned Nwoko to move the motion.
Right, Honorable. Well, I'm saying her because we're in the House of Rep together with him, so I still think of that period. Right, Honorable Distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko, you may move your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues. My name is Senator Ned Nwoko. I represent the good people of Delta North, Delta State. Mr. President, I rise to move the motion for the restoration of Aniocha North 2 State Constituency pursuant to Supreme Court judgment. The Senate notes that in 2014, the people of Idumujono, Idumuchuboko, Okunzu, Uboba, Idumuogo, Ubodu, Ubulobo, Anioma, I'm sure that sounds familiar, Ogodo towns in Aniocha North local government area of Delta State initiated a legal action at the Federal High Court, Asaba, seeking the restoration of the Aniocha North 2 State Constituency. Also notes that although the Federal High Court dismissed the originating summons, the Court of Appeal, Benin Division, on the 22nd of November 2017, delivered judgment in favor of the people, ordering the restoration of Aniocha North 2 State Constituency and directing the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct election in the constituency. Aware that INEC filed an application for leave to appeal the judgment of the Court of Appeal at the Supreme Court, but the Supreme Court, in its ruling of November 29th, 2019, dismissed the application, thereby affirming the judgment of the Court of Appeal as final, binding, and legally non-appealable. Recognizes that INEC, in compliance with the judgment, convened a meeting with the stakeholders of the constituency on 19th of November 2020, pledging to implement the court's directive. Subsequently, INEC submitted a comprehensive report to the National Assembly for consideration in line with Section 115 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, concerned that despite INEC having concluded all processes for the restoration of the constituency and reminding the National Assembly of the matter through a court letter dated 17 December 2020, further action has not been taken to facilitate the restoration of the constituency, and disturbed that the delay in implementing the Supreme Court judgment undermines the rule of law, disenfranchising the people of the affected towns, and also denying them proper representation in Delta State House of Assembly. Accordingly, resolves to approve the restoration of the constituency as ordered by the Supreme Court. 2, approve the Independent National Electoral Commission, that the Independent National Electoral Commission complies with this resolution by ensuring that the restoration of financial constituency Delta State takes effect in next State House of Assembly election after the current life of Delta State House of Assembly, in compliance with Section 115 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended. Seek the concurrence of the House of Representatives in line with Section 115 of the Constitution. I so move, Mr. President. Thank you.
Senator Benson Agadaga.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator Chief Benson Sunday Agadaga is my name. I speak for the good people of Bayelsa East Senatorial District in Bayelsa State. I rise, Mr. President, to second the motion ably moved by distinguished Senator Ned Nwoko for the restoration of the Anocha constituency in Delta State. I so second. Thank you, Mr. President.
I now call on able minority leader.
Thank you, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues. Because this motion has already been seconded, I rise to lend my support to this motion. Mr. President, ordinarily, this is a very straightforward motion. And I will urge my colleagues to support this motion, believing that this is democracy, and the wider the spread of the democratic space, the better for the system and the people involved. Mr. President, the abolition or suspension of certain state constituencies across the country has actually deprived the people of proper representation and caused some level of imbalance in the political equation of some of these states. And because INEC is a creation of the law, it is expected that once the court has ruled in favor of the restoration of suppressed constituencies, it should be taken as automatic. And so I urge the Senate to resolve in favor of this motion and to urge INEC as a matter of urgency to conduct election into the affected constituency, believing that similar constituencies that were suppressed in some states have also been resuscitated and restored by court orders. And I want to say here, maybe when I come to additional prayer, to urge INEC to, as a matter of course, know that the suppression has become unlawful and depriving people of their proper participation in the affairs of their states and constituencies, and that INEC should ordinarily restore all the suppressed state constituencies across the country. I support this motion, and I urge my colleagues to so support too. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Ned Nwoko. Senator Ned Nwoko, was this state constituency in existence as at 1999?
Yes, indeed. It was, Mr. President.
So there was a member elected to represent it in 1999?
Before 1999.
Huh?
Before 1999.
No, what I'm saying is that, we are ruled by the Constitution of 1999, even though as amended. So the INEC conducts election into state constituencies that are recognized in the 1999 Constitution. So my question is, was this state constituency existing in 1999, or was it just a creation of the courts?
No, it was in existence before 1999.
So who represented it in 1999?
I cannot tell you off my head.
Then why did INEC leave it out after that?
Mr. President, this is a Supreme Court judgment.
No, I'm not talking about the Supreme Court
we're
judgment.
asking for the Supreme Court judgment to be respected and the election conducted.
You know,
This matter has gone through the High Court, Court of